Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. My name is Sarah if you're new here.
My name is Andrea.
And today we are bringing you a game demo of Monopoly Deal. I personally, I don't know about Andrea, but I do not like Monopoly whatsoever. But Monopoly Deal is a quick 15-minute card game. It plays 2 to 5. It's for kids 8 and up. And it's a lot of fun. It's fun for the whole family. I really recommend this. There's a lot of strategy. There's still like properties and money involved, but just not as long and as complicated as the regular Monopoly game. And like I said, you can play it in 15 minutes, so it's quick and easy. And yeah, so if you'd like to watch a game demo and a playthrough of Monopoly Deal, join us at the table. If you're interested in picking up Monopoly Deal, we do sell it here in our shop for $9.95. I'll post a link in the description box below where you can find it online, or you can come save shop with us at 3029 Lakeshore Boulevard West. And yeah, now I'm just going to show you all the different types of cards that are in Monopoly Deal. So first we have your properties, second you have all your action cards, and lastly you have your money. So first I'm going to go over the properties. So to win Monopoly Deal you need to have 3 full sets. So a full set is shown here in these yellow ones. So on the card it shows you the full set you need to have are 3 cards, completes the full set for yellow. Now if you look at this green one, you only need 2 cards to complete the full set. Okay, and then we get into all the rent and stuff, and we'll go over that in the video. Now this wild property card, it can be played on anything to make a full set. So say for example, this was flipped to orange, and then orange was placed on top, and then we played this wild property. This actually makes a full set as well, because you only need 3 for orange, and that would complete the whole set. Okay, and then if this was my property layout, I would only need 1 more green, and I would win the game. So moving on to action cards. So we actually have quite a few, but I'm going to go over them quickly with you just so that when we're playing you kind of understand what's going on. So the first one up here is Debt Collector. So you force any player to pay you $5 million. And then there's something similar, action card. It's your birthday. All players will give you $2 million, which is really good. Moving on. Force deals, swap any one of your properties with any one of your opponent's properties. You may take a property that's, you may not, take a property that's part of a complete set. Slide deal is similar, but you steal one property from any player and place it in front of you. You may not steal a property that's part of a complete set. This action card is Pass Go, draw 2 cards. These ones are the house and the hotel, so similar to the original game. So a house you place on any one of your complete properties to add $3 million to rent. You may not be placed on railroads or utilities. Hotel, same thing kind of, but you place on any of your complete property sets that already has a house to add $4 million to your rent, and the house stays. Moving on, we do have a Just Say No card. This cancels any action card that is played against you. This is a really good card in the game. This one here, Deal Breaker, again a really good card in the game. You steal a complete property set, including any buildings from any player, and then place it in front of you. Then we have our rent cards. So this is what a typical rent card looks like. Choose one of these colors. All players will pay you rent of the properties that you own in that color. So say for example, if I played this, and again, these are my properties over here, I would be paying rent for the orange, like I'd be getting the players to pay me rent for orange. So I'd look here, so I have 3 in the set, so it would be $5 million. So all the players would have to pay me $5 million for my orange. Now there's this rent card. So this rent card, choose one of these colors, choose one player to pay you rent for all properties you own in that color. So I could also play this, I could pick the color orange, or I could pick the color yellow. I would obviously want to pick the color yellow because I'd be getting 1 extra million. And then lastly, double the rent. So if I played, say, this and this together, and I picked yellow, all players would have to actually pay me $12 million, which is a really great card as well. So all the action cards have a value up here in the corner. See, 4, 5, 3, 3. So if you didn't want to play the action, you're actually more than welcome to put these in your bank and just count them as money. But as soon as you do that, you are no longer able to do the action. The card stays as money throughout the whole game. And lastly, the money looks like this. I didn't lay them all out, but every number has a different color. I think 10 is red. As you see, purple is 5, and so on and so forth. So in this game, again, you win by collecting 3 full sets. Let's jump to the table, and we're going to show you how to play. In the box, you're going to be getting 110 cards, and you're going to be getting 4 of these little quick reference cards. So I'm just going to go over these with you before we begin. So again, it says how to win. You have to collect 3 complete property sets in different colors. The setup, each player starts with 5 cards. On your turn, you're going to draw 2 cards, and you're going to play up to 3. You may add money to your bank, add properties to your collection, or play an action card. Again, this is optional. You can decide to just play 1 card, you can play 2 cards, you can play 3, or you don't have to play any at all. But you have to remember, at the end of your turn, if you have more than 7 cards, you have to discard until you have 7. On the back, tips and rules, you may not play a debt with cards from your hand. Properties never go in your bank. Change is never given when paying a debt. If you don't have enough money in your bank to pay a debt, you pay with your properties. You may change the color of your wild property cards at any time on your turn. All right, so that is the setup. You're just going to shuffle this deck, place it in the middle, and you're going to deal out 5 cards to each player. So again, you're going to deal out 5 cards. You're going to look at your hand. Since I dealt, I'm going to let Andrea go first. So again, on your turn, you're going to pick 2 cards, and then you're going to decide if you want to stay, if you wanted to play 1, play 2, or you can play 3. So Andrea decided to play 2 million to her bank, 5 million, and then she played a property. So in this game, it's good to keep your money, like your bank, separate from your properties, just so that you can distinguish. So for me, I'm going to play Debt Collector. So I'll play this action right in the center, and Debt Collector again is force any player to pay you 5 million. So that means she needs to pay me 5 million, unless she had a Just Say No card, then she could play that and stop the action, but it is totally up to her. Okay, so she's giving me the 5 million, so I add this directly into my bank. That was my first card. Then I'm gonna play 2 and 3. So I added 2 properties and I have 5 million in my bank. So now it's Andrea's turn, she'll pick 2. All right, so she played 2 properties and she ended her turn. So for me, I'm gonna play 1. One thing I want to mention too about this wild property is you can actually change it on your turn at any time, but I'm gonna leave it as yellow, and that's my first card, second card, and third card. So I have now completed a full set of yellow, and it is Andrea's turn. That's her first card. She added money to her bank.
I'm just gonna play that one.
Okay. So I picked 2. Then I'm gonna do 1, 2, and I'm gonna play this for 3. So this is a rent card, and it says choose one of these colors. All players pay you rent for the properties you own in that color, and I'm obviously gonna pick the light blue. So Andrea's gonna owe me 3 million. And again, it is an action card, so she could have stopped it with a Just Say No if she wanted to, but she never did. Okay, so Andrea completed her first set of green.
And this, so obviously green.
Okay. So she played this action card where it's choose one of these colors and all players, pick 1 player to pay you that rent. So she is picking green. So her green, she has 3, so I have to pay her 7 million. Now in my bank, I only have 8 million. And again, in the rules, they say no change is given. So I have to give her this 8 million, and I just have to sacrifice that 1 little million because I don't get change. Now my bank is empty, so say if I had no money, I actually have to pay with my properties. So every property card has the value up in the corner. So if I have no money in my bank, I would have to pay with my properties. I have to give them to her. And when I give her those properties, she does not put them in her bank, she puts them with her properties. So she could play, it's 1 more, right?
Yeah.
If you want. Okay. Maybe put that here so that's in the frame. Okay, it's my turn. I'm going to pick. I'm going to add this 3 million to my bank. I really don't want to be paying her in properties. So that's 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to let her pay me rent for my purple, which is 1 million because I only have 1 card in purple. she has to pay me 1 million, but again, she doesn't have a 1, so she has to pay me with a 2, and she does not get any change.
It's gotta be green.
Okay, so she made me pay her rent, so again, it's 7 million. Now this is interesting, I only have 5, so I have to pay her 5, and now I have to pay the other 2 with my property. So looking at my properties, this one is worth 2, but she has a purple, so strategically I don't really want to give her another purple, but this red is 3, so I'd be giving her an extra million. And I think I'm probably going to do that because I don't want her to have the other purple.
Okay. You can go.
Okay. So I'm gonna play this, so that's 1. Then I'm gonna do forced deal. So this is swap any one of your properties with any one of your opponent's properties. So I'm gonna give her this, and I would like that purple, if that's okay with you. All right, thank you. So that was 2. And then for my third card, I'm gonna do It's Your Birthday. All players give you 2 million. Now I have no cards left, so this means on my next turn, if you start with no cards, you're allowed to pick 5 new cards up.
Okay.
So she played It's My Birthday, pay her 2, so there's 2. She knows I don't have a Just Say No card because I have no cards in my hand.
I am so sorry.
Oh no, so she did Deal Breaker. She's gonna steal one of my complete sets, so go ahead. Whichever one, the light blue or the yellow. Now one of those yellows is a wild card. So on her turn, she's actually able to take 1, because now she has 4 yellows. She's able to take 1 and turn it into a red. So she's that much closer to winning.
Okay. I've played 2 so far, right?
Yep.
Yellow.
Oh no.
So you owe me 6.
So I owe her 6, I don't have any money. And so I have to pay her with these. So I'm gonna pay her, this one is 4, and this is a 2. So that will be her 6. Now she adds that to her properties. Okay, finally it's my turn, and I don't have very much. 3, 4, 5, so I get to pick up 5 cards. I'm gonna play 1, so that's a full set again. I'm gonna play 2, pass go, pick 2. And I'm gonna add this 5 million for my third card in my bank. So she played pass go, so she's gonna pick an additional 2. Remember, you can, at the end of your turn, you have to have 7 or less, or you have to discard.
Okay, I have too many of this.
So she's gonna play steal, and she can only steal my purple because she's not allowed to touch my full set. And then she has 7 cards, so she's safe, but if she had 8, she would have had to discard 1 and just completely get rid of it. Okay, on my turn, I'm gonna do 1, which was a house. So again, you have to play a house before you can play a hotel, but as soon as my house is there, I can play the hotel on top. So that was 1. I'm going to steal, and I want to steal that red. Okay, that's my second card. And then for my third card, I'm gonna play that.
Okay.
So pick 2.
Okay, so 4 steal.
So that's a swap.
Yeah.
4 steal swap. So she can take any one of her properties and swap them with me, but she could only swap my 2 reds. So she's giving me a brown for the wild red.
Oh yeah, I forgot I can do this.
Okay. Pay her 5. So debt collector is force any player to pay you 5 million, and so I have to give her that money. And then it is my turn. So I'm gonna play in my bank an action card because I need money. So it counts as $1, or sorry, not $1, 1 million. But as soon as I put it in my bank, I can no longer use the action. And I'm gonna do that with all 3 of those cards because I just need some money. So Andrea just played that and she has successfully won the game. So because she has 3 full sets, she has red, yellow, and green, she wins. And that is basically how you play. And that is how you play Monopoly Deal. I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, if you'd like to pick this up, we do sell in our store for $9.95. Like I said, I'll post the link in the description box below, or you can come safe shop with us, 3029 Lakeshore Boulevard West. Have a good day.